Hey, Hans Schaff here. And a quick message I want to share with you. Listen to Guy Finley. And some of his message has been resonating with me here today. He's talking about revelation versus crystallization. And it's this process by which, it made me kind of think of the holidays coming up, and Black Friday and all this, and the shopping and whatnot. And sometimes, we find ourselves getting caught up in Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals, buying this and looking for a deal. We get so caught up in the materialistic part of the matter, the objects, that it's such a distraction, right? All of a sudden it takes our emphasis off of what's really important in life, what's really important for ourselves in feeling good and doing the right thing and being true to yourself and really connecting to who you really are. And we find ourselves just getting distracted. And of course the news, television, media is really good at this, keeping you constantly distracted, constantly in fear, so that you're constantly distracted and a lot of times reaching for stimulants or substitutes to really numb the pain. Pharmaceutical drugs, recreational drugs, alcohol, even just TV or movies, video games, just something to kind of numb the pain so you don't have to think about worry about your problems. And see, this resonates with me because over this last year I've really become aware of a lot of a lot of problems that I would have in my life. And what I would do is I would, instead of dealing with it and being still with it, right, really just kind of holding on to that idea in my mind and just kind of grasping onto it and just being with it and becoming aware that it was a problem, that in and of itself is a great way to begin to solve the problem, right? First step to solving anything is to be aware that there's a problem. So being aware of it, not just reacting or just reaching out for that stimulant or that distraction. For me, it was anything. I would find new projects to work on. Can't tell you how many projects I started in the last several years. Just all sorts of different things, work-related, some hobbies. I was just constantly reaching for more and more ways to distract myself, and I didn't realize what I was doing. Just thought I was ADD or something, right? That's what everybody seems to claim these days. Everybody's ADHD or ADD, but the reality is it could just be that we're all just constantly looking for distractions because we're so confronted with all these problems in our life, these areas of our life that we're not happy with, that instead of dealing with them, or maybe we feel too overwhelmed, we feel we're not able to deal with it, and so we think it's too much and we need to back off, we need a distraction for the moment, but we never get back to it, and so it just festers, it just grows. You just lock it in, and some people share their problems on Facebook or talk to a bunch of friends about it or whatever, and that just makes it worse because you're just speaking it into existence, and you're just kind of dwelling on it, focusing on it, and bringing more of that into your life. So the next thing, your brain locks into that and thinks, okay, well, this is what we're doing. This is what we want. We want more of this. So, and again, I was doing this a lot with a lot of different areas of my life, to the point now where it is very confronting. It is very difficult. I find myself constantly wanting to look for a distraction, looking for some way to just not be with the situation, not be with the problem, so that I can find the real solution to it and properly deal with it, and not just, put it off to the side where it just, again, grows and festers and proliferates into something bigger and worse. So anyway, this holiday season, the shopping season, as you're out shopping and buying gifts and things, and even just during these kind of stressful holiday times, you find Christmas parties that you're going to, and different parties, and family going over to family, and you find yourself possibly constantly looking for other distractions. It's a time of year when you should be happy. You should be happy any time of year, really, but this is a time of year where there's a big focus on it, with being with family, being around loved ones and things, but sometimes if there's situations in your life or problems that you have in your life, you can kind of find yourself pushing yourself away from loved ones and isolating yourself. I've done this for years, not willing to admit or deal with some of the issues that I was trying to avoid, or I wasn't comfortable with, or were very confronting. I would just push them away and reach for isolation to a certain extent, and that isolation really has just, now I'm becoming more willing to be able to deal with it, being more willing to just be present to it, and really just let it, be more aware, be more conscious of what's happening, be aware of my feelings, be aware of my reactions, my responses to things, and in that awareness, that in and of itself, again, allows you to start to move beyond it and not recreate this same pattern over and over again. Humans are the only ones that repeat things. Nothing else in nature or in life, repeats the exact same way, except humans. We take a certain circumstance, something else happens to us in the future, and we bring that old circumstance back, think it's the same thing, and replay it over and over and react the same way to a completely new experience. But we internalize and we think, oh, this looks just like this, or it reminds me of this situation. You got to turn off the brain sometimes and just, again, that for me, one great way of finding that stillness and being able to just be with myself is road trips, being able to drive and be able to just, be out in the open and connect with nature, connect with, my spirit, connect with who I am deep down. And when you see these majestic mountains or this incredible snow, the stuff that humans are not able to create, the stuff that's just nature, it's God created, there's power in that. And what happens is the brain cannot improve upon these experiences, cannot improve upon these, what do you call them? These elements. And so it sees this, it feels this, and it shuts up. You close the mind off because it cannot improve upon that experience. The rest of the time you see something, you see somebody, you're looking to judge them, you're looking to say this or think that, different thought, because the mind thinks it always needs to add something to it. But when you're confronted with an issue or a situation where it's just utter beauty, it's just, it's just so incredible and so powerful, where you literally stops you and you're just like, wow, you're taking it in, the brain shuts off, and in that moment you're able to really connect with yourself and kind of ground yourself. And it's a really cool experience. I love doing it. Road trips for me is a great way to do it because they're all new experiences, they're all new places that I've never been before, and just you really get to be with the water, with the snow, with the mountains, with all God's great creations. And so I love it. And I will continue to do these road trips as often and freely as I can. Looking forward to doing a lot of skiing this year. So that'll, there's not much snow in Alabama, so as I'm there, I'll need to be traveling, which gives me more opportunity to record some more videos like this, reflect, ponder, and listen to some good mind feeds. So anyway, long-winded message here, but I hope you got some value out of that. It's kind of where I'm at right now, just really enjoying this trip, driving through Utah to Las Vegas, and just pondering and thinking and really just trying to be present to what's going on in my life and what's going on around me, and not just kind of internalizing it all and just trying to mentally think my way through life anymore. I'm now trying to feel my way through it and really let my five senses tell me what's really happening. And really trying to work on that sixth sense too, really trying to develop that, my intuition, and stop trying to think my way through life. So anyway, Hans Schaff, you can learn more about me on my website, of course, my blog, which is hansschaff.com. And I got some more cool videos coming up, I'm sure. Got a lot of stuff percolating up there, soaking, and in the brain. So anyway, take care, and we'll talk to you in the next message.